Hello everyone, my name is Miss Hester and I want to talk about a discussion strategy that I plan to use in my future classroom called reciprocal teaching. I really like the idea of this strategy because it really puts students in charge of their own learning, and it gets them thinking more deeply about what they've read and helps them feel more confident and independent as readers. So reciprocal teaching is an approach where students will work in small groups to take turns being the teacher. They use four main steps to do this, which are predicting, questioning, clarifying, and summarizing. Each student will lead the group through one of these steps, and then they'll switch roles as they read. This really supports critical thinking and comprehension because students are not just answering questions. They're asking questions and then they're explaining their ideas to each other. So in my future classroom, I plan to use reciprocal teaching during things like novel studies, like when we read The Miraculous Journey of Edward to Lang. So far we know that Edward's journey is constantly changing. Students can use this to predict what might happen next to Edward, ask questions about his character, clarify confusing parts, and then summarize what they've read. And to hold my students accountable, I'll have them pull direct quotes from the story to back up their ideas. And I'm also going to use this strategy to build my students' vocabulary. Just like we've seen in this week's videos in our textbook, students can clarify the tricky words together, use context clues, or share visuals or examples to help everyone understand the new term. And this strategy works really well both in seat and virtually. In class, students can work together in small groups or in pairs and use sticky notes or discussion guides. And virtually, they can meet in like Zoom breakout rooms and use a Google Docs, a shared Google Docs to write their predictions, questions, and summaries together. And they can even add GIFs or images to make their discussions more engaging. And of course, we all know that teaching virtually is not always a bed of roses. There's a lot of times that students may struggle with internet issues or staying focused while they're at home. But we've learned that there are ways that we can build strong relationships with our students, even virtually, and keep them engaged and motivated. And I believe that seeing students take ownership of their reading and helping them understand a story, whether that's online or in person, is going to be one of the most rewarding parts about this strategy. I'm really excited to see how reciprocal teaching will help my students grow, and I appreciate you all for listening, and I look forward to watching your all's videos and learning from your ideas as well. Thank you for listening.